I'm Azri, my metric number 18508. Okay, for industrial control mini project, my group was assigned to know the mechanism and the operation of automatic wiper. So in behalf of my part, I was working on all the circuits, item use, and the simulation of the project. I'm using the trilogy, so I'm going to show you the operation on the next video. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Azri and my metric number is 182508. Okay, I'm from Industrial Control Group. I be assigned to the project entitled Automatic Wiper. So in this project, we use the system make to a small scale prototype compared to the real one that we installed to the car to take wiper. So these are the components required in building or developing the system in the small scale prototype. Okay, the first one we use the 555 timer IC, and then we use the L293D driver motor to move the motor, and then we use IC LM358 as the IC comparator to compare between the input and the output source system. Then we use transistor, resistor, capacitor, motor. Alright, so this is the quick flow chart of the system. And first we use the supply from the source right through the transistor. So this is the main circuit of the system, and then we connect the rain detector to the circuit, and then the timer and the comparator. Timer used to generate the pulse to differentiate between the input and the output system, and then we use the supply to the motor driver and the right through the DC motor to move the system or to move the wiper. Alright, then I will show you the simulation of the operation in the trilogy ladder diagram. Alright, so in this ladder diagram I use the main switch connected to the water sensor and the reset button, then right through the motor as the output, and then motor to move the wiper. So I will simulate the system. First we switch on the main switch and then the water sensor. As example, the water sensor detects the rain, and then the motor will generate and will move the wiper. So next, if the rain stop, as example, the reset button will be triggered. As the reset button will be triggered, the motor will be stopped and the wiper also will be stopped. This function move continuously. Alright, I will show you again. Main switch, turn on water sensor, the motor and the wiper will be working, and then the reset button will be triggered as the rain stop, and the motor will stop and the wiper will be stopped. Alright, so that's the simulation for the system, the automatic wiper. Alright, okay, with that, thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I am Nurin, and so today I will tell you a little bit about our mini project about automatic wiper. So the automatic wiper, we are using several components which are 555 timer IC, L293D motor, IC LM358, and wind sensor. So the motor that we use, the controller that we use is PLC controller. So motor control of comparator LM358 and motor driver of L293D is our main part of the hardware. So the motor driver is used to receive signal from the microprocessor and transmit the relative signal to the motor. So when the motor receives the signal, it will act to wipe out the water. The rain sensor or the water sensor is used to detect water level. Okay, and then the important things L293D is simply transmit the signal, but it does not change the signal in any case. Okay, so next is about the controller. The controller that we use in our mini project about automatic wiper, we are using PLC. So we are using PLC because PLC has the relay system. The relay system tended to fail and create delay. So it will fix the problem. That face to the circuit. The relay will switching under load cause the undesired arcing between contact. Arcing can cause the overheating. And by replacing relay with PLC, it helps to prevent the overheating of contact. And then PLC will read from the signal from different sensor input device. The input device can be anything, such as in our case, it's the ring sensor, the input sensor. Okay, that's all for my part. So thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name Abdul Hafiz bin Abdul Rahman. My metric number 184656. Okay, today I will explain to you about the variable and controller involved in the automatic wiper. The automated windshield wiper system consists of: the first one is the sensor that detect rain and its intensity. The second one is about a microcontroller that output a control signal to the motor control circuit. For the third one is the signal conditioning circuit to interface with all the components in the system. After we done all the procedure, we can show that the control variable for this system is the speed of the automatic wiper using microcontroller. The microcontroller, we can use PLC controller, Proteus, and so on. It depends on the user. Okay, the manipulated variable is the type of sensor to detect water, and the response variable is the output signal of the motor control. Okay, the first one is about the high level function block. The high level function block consists of three, which is rain detection, data processing, and motor control. For the rain detection, they have two sensors, which is impedance and piezoelectric sensor, and will go to the input signal module. And then data processing will include microcontroller and the outputs and go to the output signal module. The output signal module consists of the motor control and the motor. Okay, we can see from this figure, we can show that the car have a sensor, controller and wiper control. The wiper motor is the exiting system, and the controller, they have a 4-bit microprocessor. Okay, this is about the sensor. The first sensor is about the impedance sensor. The system detect the rain is by using two sort of sensor. One of them is the impedance grid sensor. The grid is made of two comb-like copper plate spread by a minimum distance of 8.1 inches. The sensor become operational when one plate is connected to a power source and the other plate is taken as the sensor output. Okay, for the third one is about the piezoelectric sensor. Piezoelectric material produce a voltage when strained. When pressure is applied to a material, it is creating a strain or deformation in the material. In a piezoelectric material, this strain creates an electrical potential difference, a voltage. The effect is reversible when an electric potential is applied across two sides of a piezoelectric material is strained. Piezoelectric ceramic display a high thermal and physical stability and can be manufactured in many different shapes. Okay, this is the formula for piezoelectric sensor. V equal to SV time P time D. V is the piezoelectric voltage. SV is the sensitivity of the voltage, and this is the pressure, and this is the diameter. Okay, the piezoelectric sensor is a low cost, high intensity of high sensitivity, high mechanical stiffness and broad frequency range. The input signal module is related to the sensor. You can see that the rain detector have the input signal module. The input signal module first function is to normalize all sensor signal to the microcontroller can safely interface with the rain detection unit by limiting the amount of incoming current. Moreover, it hosts the user control sensitivity circuit. Introduce a low pass filter that help to stabilize the sensor output so that the microcontroller make more accurate reading. The input circuit also solve the floating voltage problem by providing a ground between the sensor and the microcontroller. Okay, microcontroller and control logic. The data processing unit is composed of a microcontroller and output signal module. The PLC controller was finally selected because of its higher output power and number of analog to digital channel. The PLC controller have been presented by my friend Azri for the first video. Okay, we also use the PLC controller because in this semester we learn how to build a simulation using a PLC controller. For the microcontroller, is about the system initialization. If sensor reading the rain, a motor will function and the speed of control is depend on the amount of water. If it is a heavy rain, the speed of control is higher. Okay, the lastly is about the output signal module. The output signal module is the bridge between the design system and the existing automobile windshield wiper system. The microcontroller is connected to the relays driving the motor control board. In short, in order to demonstrate the overall project, a motor and a controller module circuit were acquired and tested. That's all from my group. Thank you.